Listen guys, I'll spare you the details. I had 150 wishes and decided to give Chiori a chance by trying to get her in one pity only. If I get her, that's great. If not, I have a guarantee for another character that I want more on this account. So I did the pull thingy and got her after 30 wishes. I'm pretty sure you guys are really happy about that. But yeah, after a few days of farming, I finally got her to this point where she's at level 90 right now. She has 1824 defense. She's on 92% crit rate, 229% crit damage, 110% energy recharge. She's on a Harbinger of Dawn R5. For the artifacts, I got her whatever pieces were available on the account with Golden Troop. I even did like a small strongbox session to try to improve these pieces, but I wasn't really lucky. The only piece that rolled really well was this one, I feel like. But yeah, I might do a strongbox session video to try to improve Furina, Chiori, and Fischl on this account. So stay tuned for that. In terms of constellation, she is C0 obviously, and in talents I pushed her E to crown level 10, and with the materials I had left, I pushed the ultimate to talent level 8. So I'll leave you with me testing the character, mainly with Navia, because that's the main reason I pulled her on this account, and I'll see you at the end for my overall thoughts on her. Alright, before trying her in teams and rotations and so on, I'm just a bit curious about her damage by herself, so I'm gonna go and test that. Let's see, Simon, please wake up. Thank you. So we do tomato and we swap. And we're getting 17k damage. I'm actually curious now. I want to see with a Geo construct. How would it go? So let's put Zhongli here. He's gonna offer also the Geo Shred from his shield. But it's fine. I'm just curious. Okay, Simon is on. So almost 40k there. We swap. 22k. And it's like double hitting every time. Damn. They really did her dirty with that C1. That Geo-construct limitation, I'm not gonna rant about it yet, but yeah, I have plenty of things to say about it later. Alright, so let's try the Navia team first and see how it goes. I'm just gonna get rid of my shrapnel here on purpose. I'm gonna do this. Let's see. 240. Yeah, we're getting the shrapnels. That's very good. I got 5 there, I'm pretty sure. And also, Chiori is assisting in terms of damage. It could have been better if she didn't have that Geo-construct thing, but yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna try both this team and the Xilonen team in Abyss. I'm gonna do some runs and just pick like the fastest one and compare basically. And I will give you my feedback after that. And yeah, what is the team that I enjoyed the most basically. So what are the main conclusions I came to after these Abyss runs? Well, you can see the results between the Chiori team and the Xilonen one. And there's a pretty huge difference in terms of clear times in the second half of Floor 12 chambers. The main reason for that is that Chiori Geo application is good enough to take care of the different Geo shields efficiently. Meanwhile, with Xilonen, Navia will have more trouble to get those Geo enemies in their weak state. So to have a more fair comparison, I picked Zhongli for the same second half, and these were the results. And as you can see, the clear times are pretty similar, which shows you how important is the Geo application in this scenario. Lastly, I wanted to see how Chiori compares to Xilonen in the cases where you don't have to deal with Geo shields. So I played just the first half of Chamber 1 against the Consecrated Beasts, and the results are in favor of Xilonen team, which wasn't surprising to me. And by the way, for a more fair comparison, I ran all these tests with my Xilonen on a Favonius Sword R1 instead of her signature. So what does that leave us with? Geo abysses are not going to be that common, so Chiori's spot in Navia team seems pretty fragile, especially if you have her at C0 with no signature like me. I feel like her best team nowadays would be a mono Geo team with either Noelle or Ito and a Goro C6. But in my case, I don't have Ito, as you can see here, and my Noelle isn't leveled and I don't really plan on playing this character. And my Goro is C2, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. I might go for Ito on a rerun banner. At the end of the day, this account is meant to pull characters I'm less interested in, so why not? But for now, I don't really see myself playing Chiori too much. I could be playing her with Zhongli, and that would make a pretty solid core for a carry team. The issue with that is that most of my carries on this account already have their best in slot teammates and don't need to run a less performant team for the sake of running those teams. It's even more tricky than that because we can pick these two, right? And then on the characters I have here, let's say I want to pick Ayaka. So if I want to run a freeze team, I'll have to go with a Hydro unit like Kokomi, but in this case, or like Furina, but yeah, like in this case, who is going to generate the cryoparticle for Ayaka? It's going to be a hell to play this, right? Same goes for Rio. I could like go Shenhe instead, but problem, my Rio is 0 and he needs a healer. Like, there's so many scenarios here that it's just not comfortable. I guess Yoimiya is the same problem. I can run her with this, and this could work, but it's like a monopyro, and Yoimiya does a lot of damage in vape teams, preferably. So I could get rid of Bennett, put Yelan here. Yelan will make Yoimiya vape her hits, but you're losing on the Bennett buff, and so on. It's not that big of a deal because we have the Geo resonance, right? And maybe if I replaced Zhongli with Yunjin, that would be better, but at the same time, I would be losing on the second doll for Chiori. You see, like, the whole gymnastic that you have to do to have this type of team work, or like at least be functional, at least on this account, I mean, right? You could do like some stuff like double Hydro, and this would work. But yeah, I feel like it's far from being perfect. And I remember back in the days, someone saying that Albedo felt like a duct tape character. You spank him on any team with Zhongli, and they will work as a solid support cast for your favorite DPS character, but will rarely be the best team. And in a way, I feel the same with Chiori right now. But with her, I'm actually mad at Hoyo for how they handled her kit at C0 and how they promoted her. Remember her demo? When they were trying to sell the Navia Chiori duo, and then people saw that she needed C1 to be way better with Navia? That was shameless behavior. And you can tell me all you want about them being a gacha company and so on. I don't mind them try to sell constellations. It's literally part of their business model. But don't chop off the arm of a character and sell me that character as a C0, then sell me the arm as a C1. I would much rather have a complete character at C0, and you can sell me helmets, armors, power-ups as constellation, whatever. You know what I mean, right? Something that really shocked me during my testing in the Spiral Abyss was her inability to relocate Tamoto. I was fighting the large Shatterstone thingies and had to use Tamoto to help finish them off. And when heading towards the golems, noticing that Tamoto was out of range to hit them. And that was really frustrating to me because when you compare to Albedo, for example, his cooldown is extremely short. I think it's like 4 seconds, right? And other characters that are 4-star like Fischl can relocate us at any time, but she can't. Probably because it would be too OP as an exploration skill, but don't worry about it because Hoyo got you covered. If you get her C1, not only it removes the Geo construct limitation, but also extend the range of the dolls. So yeah, on this topic, I will be talking more about it in my next video. In this next 3 weeks, since I'm not interested by either Hu Tao or Nahida, I'll be making a review of my main account after 4 years of playing. And yeah, as I said, I will be touching on a lot of subjects in it. One of them being this tendency for Hoyo to go full shameless on certain characters, trying to sell you their C1 at the detriment of their C0. So make sure to sub to the channel to not miss that, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye!